Y'all know who it is, and I'm back again with a movie review of the creepy sleeper thriller called Smile. Boy, oh boy, Smile. Let me tell you something, folks. I saw the trailer for Smiles, and I had absolutely zero expectations for this thing. I mean, zero. But it was great. I mean, Smile was absolutely awesome. Let me tell you one thing about it. It One thing about this film is most of the horror films that are being released now, we're kind of used to sort of mad slashers or some sort of physical threat within the film. But this film kind of follows more in the vein of It Follows, where there's sort of, I guess you could call it like an entity that is passing from person to person, and they have to figure out how they got to put a stop to this threat. I didn't think any film about somebody, going smiling, I didn't think that would be scary because sometimes, let's be quite honest, I mean, people who go in real life, that can be quite chilling. There is genuine tension that is generated from this premise. It really is genuinely suspenseful. Like, I was on the edge of my seat, and dare I might say, I was actually scared. Actually, my heart started to pump on certain scenes, and I could feel like a pit in my stomach. Oh man, they're the jump scares in this thing are absolutely fantastic. There were some really great jump scares, and I'm not talking about the cheap little, PG-13 remake Stepfather kind of jump scares or boom, boom, boom. It wasn't that type of film. It kept me wondering what was going to happen next. I kept wondering to myself, how does this thing work? How are they going to defeat? Like, my biggest question was, how do you defeat this thing? How can you beat it? And I was totally hooked on the premise from, that opening scene, which I don't want to give away because we all know that all scary movies have that stinger opening scene, but I tell you, this one here is a kicker, folks. It was very well done. I had no idea that the lead actress in this movie is actually Kevin Bacon's daughter, and Kara Sedgwick. I had no idea, and she did a fantastic job. She really was able to play this kind of just a woman who slowly was broken down by this threat, and she played her unraveling mentally very well done. I really appreciated her performance. It was very subtle. It wasn't over the top. It wasn't like in your face with her just like kind of she kind of has that ability like her father, Kevin Bacon can really bring like a subtle kind of unhingedness beneath his eyes, and she played that not as menacing as her father, but more of like mentally unraveling. Very well done performance. I really like that about this movie. I was a little bit disappointed that her husband or fiance, I can't remember which it was, I believe his name is Jesse T. Usher. I always liked him in the film. I remember seeing him, and I can't remember the Christmas Danny Glover movie he did. For Christmas, This Christmas, After Christmas, one of them Christmas movies. He gets a little shortchanged here. I was a little bit kind of upset about that, because I feel like he has some really good moments in the film. There's actually one scare that he's involved in that it was a really good scare, but it's just him coming around the corner. It was very, 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 very well done. But the thing that I liked is that I'm trying to figure out the whole movie. What is this threat? What is it? What has created this? What drives it? How is it passed on from person to person? And I don't want to give nothing away, but when you find out exactly what drives the threat, it makes total complete sense. I mean, total sense. Matter of fact, and dare I say, even for a horror film, it's actually pretty realistic. I think it's very realistic. I mean, we can. I don't want to get too far off track of horror films, but I can simply say, experiences in life and things that you've gone through, and I don't want to give too much away. But either way, what drives the threat makes total sense. Total sense. I was very impressed with how they put the whole thing together, and also what I like too is that This movie, I think we're kind of missing the good old days of where kind of like that 70s, early 80s style kind of wrap up to horror films. I kind of miss those days, and I'm not going to go too far with what I'm going to say, but either way, it was nice to see that we went back a little bit old school. I can't give anything away. I can't give anything away, but I will say that I left the theater very, 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 very pleased, and I absolutely love this film. Um, as I was sitting in the theater, I remember thinking to myself, like, would I watch this again? Would I get it on physical media or just get it on streaming? But I just said to myself, I would love to have the Blu-ray or the high def version of this to listen to a commentary or really see how they came up with this concept and how they filmed certain scenes. I thought this was extremely well done horror film. I absolutely love this film, and I recommend Smile to the highest degree. So those of you all who are horror film lovers, just go and check out Smile. Support original horror like this. It was so well done. And on that note, if you don't like original horror films that make you feel really uncomfortable and take it back to the old days, why don't you just go ahead and watch The Bridges of Madison County? RMJ Movie Reviews, folks. I will be back again with more fun and thrills.